you're well. Today I thought I would finally film a video all about ombre hair. Now, the question I get asked the most on my YouTube and all my social media platforms is always something to do with my hair, whether it be how did you get your hair like this, what do I ask the hairdresser for, how do you look after ombre hair. There's always something to do with hair on my comments. So I thought that it probably made sense to put this all into one video and kind of compile all the questions that I get and answer them all for you. So you don't have to sit and search through all of my question and answers video, it's all in this video. So hopefully this will answer some questions. First things first, how did I get my ombre hair? Well, this is actually done at a hairdresser's. I have ombre'd my hair myself in the past with a box dye, and which of course you can do, that's absolutely fine. The only thing with a box dye is sometimes the blonde comes out a little bit golden. So if you want kind of a more golden ombre, then that's obviously brilliant for you. But if you want more of a white blonde, kind of more of a creamy blonde, then you will need to use toner. And when it comes to things like that, I'd rather kind of leave it to a professional. A lot of you might know how to dye your hair professionally, and that's absolutely cool, so you can go and do it with a box dye, of course. But for me, I wanted to get it done with a hairdresser that knew what she was doing, and I could kind of just relax and not have to worry about ruining my whole hair. Now, one of the questions that I get mostly about ombre hair is, what do I ask my hairdresser for? I find it's always best to take a photo to show your hairdresser. This way your hairdresser knows exactly what you're after, the exact tone of blonde that you want, how high up you want it, and so on. So it's the easiest way to explain to a hairdresser exactly what you're after, and you kind of can be a bit more relaxed about the fact that you know you're going to come up to the hairdressers with the kind of hairstyle that you want. I definitely think that is my #1 tip to you guys that are going to the hairdressers to get this kind of ombre effect. The hairdresser might use a few different methods to ombre hair. The first time I had my hair ombre'd in a salon, they just simply mixed the two dyes together. So they dyed this section brown, this section blonde, and then I think they just combed the colours together. That's obviously quite an effective way. The second time I had it ombre'd somewhere different, they actually backcombed all of my hair, put the bleach on, and then washed it all off, so it kind of had like that messy effect to it. That was obviously a really good way to do it, but it was really knotty and did leave my hair quite dry and, like I said, very knotty for the next few weeks. Those are the two methods that I've had used on my hair. Obviously other hairdressers might use different ways, and you might have yours done in a different way. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be wrong, so don't panic, it's fine. The hairdresser should know what she's doing. If you want the blonde section of your hair slightly more creamy and slightly more of a white blonde, then the hairdresser will have to put toner on it when they wash it out. Now, if they don't put toner on your bleach, it might come out a bit yellowy, especially if you've got brown hair already. From experience, I now always ask to have toner put on. I think I've had it done before and they didn't use a toner, and it left my hair really yellowy and just not what I wanted at all. So from experience, I have learned to ask for a creamy blonde, and I would like it to be toned, so it's creamy blonde. That's, just say that, basically. After you have your hair ombre'd, the lower section of your hair is obviously going to be a bit drier than the top. Now, this has been bleached, so bleach on hair will always leave your hair dry. It's completely normal, and it's one thing that you have to take into account when you're having your hair dyed anyway. Some ways that I look after the blonde section of my hair is obviously loads of conditioner. I use a conditioning treatment about twice a month. I like my hair to have a bit of texture, and because my hair is literally dead straight, very silky, I don't use a lot of conditioner on it because I do like it to be a bit more dry. I would recommend that every now and then you do pop a conditioning treatment on your blonde bits though, just to keep them nice and nourished. I use this one by Tresemme. This is the Split Remedy Split Mend Intense Recovery, and it comes in this little pot, and as you can see, the conditioner is inside. It smells really nice, and it leaves your hair really, really soft. I only use this if I'm having a few nights in, because my hair hates being conditioned and it will go really soft and silky and I can't do anything with it. But if you've got kind of crazy hair then you need to tame it, then this is definitely a good product to use. I also sometimes spray in some leave-in conditioner on my hair when I've just washed it. I use this Dove Hair Therapy Styling Care Heat Protect Spray, which is a complete wrong thing. I use this L'Oreal LV Full Restore Conditioning Repairing Spray, and what you do with this is literally just spray it on the ends of your hair after you've washed it and dry and style as normal, and that just helps to kind of keep it a bit more nourished. Obviously everyone in the world should always use a heat protect spray, but especially if you've had your hair ombre'd or highlighted or dyed blonde. So I use this Dove Hair Therapy Styling Care Heat Protect Spray, and I use this every time I wash my hair before I dry it, or even if I'm not going to dry it and I leave it to naturally dry, I always spritz some of this in. It just protects against hair drying or curling your hair or just general heat. It's definitely a good idea to use this, and even more so if you've had your hair ombre, so definitely invest in some of this. Lastly, a spray that I have really been loving, and I'm not sure if you can find it anymore because I've been trying to find this. I'm literally on about that much left, so I need a new one. So hopefully Pantene Pro V can answer this question, but I do use this spray. Now this is the Fibre Reinforcing Spray, formula for stronger, fuller hair with vitamin B7. I spray this in my hair again when it's wet. I spray it in after I've sprayed my Heat Protect spray. This just helps to keep your hair strong, keep it full, and since I've been using this I definitely can notice a difference. My hair feels a lot better condition, a lot thicker, and it grows quicker as well. Hopefully someone out there can find this and let me know if they still sell it, because I'm having some troubles finding this in any shop. So I'm really hoping they haven't discontinued it because it's an amazing product. It's not a good idea to wash your hair loads and loads. Everyone knows that. You wash away all the natural oils in your hair. I bang on about this in every video that I do, and that is dry shampoo. Now, I don't like to wash my hair all the time because again, it's not good for you. So just to have a quick refresh in the morning or in the evening when I'm going out, I use some dry shampoo. This one is by Dove Hair Therapy and it's a Refresh and Care dry shampoo. And you just spray this on the roots, give it a little rub, and you can brush it out if you want, or you can leave it in. And again, it's just really good for kind of ombre hair when you don't want to keep washing it all the time. Now, I've had ombre hair for years and years now, so I know more than anyone that after a while the blonde sections can turn a little bit yellowy, they can go a little bit orange. Two products that I have always used to kind of stop this process and to kind of keep it nice and white is purple shampoo. If you've got really blonde hair, don't leave it on too long, that's all I'm saying, because you will have purple hair. So basically, purple shampoo is a really good way just to get rid of the brassiness of the blonde. The two products that I use that are purple shampoo are the Clean All Colour and Care Reflex Silver Shampoo, and a cheaper version is the Provoke Touch of Silver shampoo as well. This one retails at about £15 I think, so a little bit more on the pricey side. This one I think I picked up in Boots and that's about £4-ish. I might even be wrong, it might even be less. So they both do exactly the same thing. It's a good product just to have in your kind of bathroom cupboard, just to get out if you notice that your hair's looking a bit yellow or a bit brassy. So I definitely recommend that you pick some of these up. Lastly, onto styling. Now obviously everyone knows that heat styling is not good for your hair, and it will dry out your hair and it will give you split ends. Doesn't mean that we all want to go through life without being able to do anything to our hair. That's the whole point, we grow hair and have hair. So obviously, well, it's not, but you know what I mean. Two products that I really like, that I find really curl my hair quickly, I don't need to hold the heat on them for too long, are these two styling tools. So firstly, I've got the Enrapture Totem Styler. And again, I have spoken about this in a video before, I'm sure, but this is basically a little clip at the bottom and you just wrap the hair around like so, leave for a few minutes and then release. And this just kind of gives it a really nice loose wave. It stays in really well, and again, if you're using a heat protectant, I don't think it's that bad on the hair. And next I have these Nava hair straighteners, which are a new addition to my little hairstyling family. These are actually really great because again, you can just curl the ends of your hair, you don't have to run it from the root, and they still curl and it stays in really well as well. I think they're a lot healthier for the hair, and again, if you've got very dry hair, you don't need to clamp them as hard. Remember, with blonde hair, it will always curl a lot easier because it's been bleached, it's drier, it's more porous, so you can definitely get more of a curl. The guys at Nava Hair are also letting me give away a pair of these hair straighteners to one lucky viewer. For more information on the competition, then check out my blog tinytwisst.com. I'll put the direct link to the competition below as well, and all the details on how you can enter will be in that, so definitely check that out. I'll also put the closing date and stuff in there as well, just in case you're watching this after it's finished, but definitely check that out below because you could win yourself a nice pair of hair straighteners, and these are definitely brilliant, and good luck! I hope that answered some of your questions about hair. If you do have any more questions that I haven't covered in this video, leave them below. Happy ombreing, guys, and I'll see you again next week for another video. Bye!